Thiago Silva, man, on his debut, making two devastating mistakes. Are you fucking kidding me? And we're live. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Yank Soccer Bets. And we're back for week 4. What a week, man. What a week for week 3. Loads of profit. I got most of the bets correct. I got 7 out of 10 predictions correct. It's not bad. Still C, so I guess that's... if you guys enjoyed this video, guys, please leave a like and subscribe. And leave your predictions down below, guys, in the comments. I really appreciate it. But yeah, so the first game was Brighton versus Man United. Both bets came in. Both teams to score at negative 135. And both teams to score in over 2.5 goals at plus 135. Loads of profit there. And then... Man United got lucky that game, man. They shouldn't. I don't think they deserved to get that PK even after the final whistle has been blown. But I never heard of that happening, and they got lucky. They got lucky versus Brighton. Brighton probably feel hard done by, but both bets came in, so that's all that matters. Next game was Crystal Palace versus Everton. Both bets came in again. Everton put in a great performance. James put in another great performance. Everton money line at plus 105 was a steal. Both teams to score at negative 110 was also a steal. The next game was the one that was pretty unfortunate, and it was the Chelsea versus West Brom. I would have never thought West Brom would have been ahead 3-0 versus Chelsea. But Thiago Silva, man, on his debut, making two devastating mistakes. Are you fucking kidding me? That was his first game as captain as well. So he really needs to step his game up and show that he's worth coming to the Premier League. He did speak about it, so he needs now to show it on the field. I lost both bets there, which was Chelsea and over 1.5 and Chelsea and over 2.5. Next game was Burnley versus Southampton. I passed this game. I didn't know which way it was going to go. As you can tell, it was a boring-ass game. Southampton edged it at the end with a 1-0 victory. So I didn't lose there, so that's considered a win. Next game was Sheffield United versus Leeds United. Another great bet that came in, which was Leeds draw no bet at negative 120. It was looking like a draw. I knew it was going to be a tight match in the last 4 minutes. Leeds with that goal and gave him that win. So that was a great pick. Next game was Tottenham versus Newcastle. I told you Tottenham cannot be trusted, man. They were winning the whole fucking game, and then in the last minute they get scored on by Newcastle. I told you they can't be trusted. I'm kind of gonna get you guys mixed up here, because you'll see they have a big game coming up this week versus Man United. But both teams' score came in at negative 110, which was my first bet. Second bet didn't come in, which was the over 2.5. But that's okay, because I went for the first one. The second one was just a second recommended one if you want to take that a bit more risk. But I didn't. I just went negative 110 for both teams to score. The next game was Man City versus Leicester City, which I believe was the game of the week. What a surprise! And I passed this game, and I said that. I thought Man City were going to win, obviously, but I passed it because I didn't see any value. And it was a great thing I passed this game because, come on, this was the first game where Pep Guardiola's team has ever been scored 5 goals. And Man City has only been scored, there's only been 2 people that have scored hat-tricks against one of Pep Guardiola's teams, and it's been Messi and Vardy. And I think this is Vardy's either second or third hat-trick against Pep Guardiola. So, yeah, 2-5. What a banger, man. That was a 7-goal thriller. What a game to watch. As a Barcelona fan, there's a center back, Eric Garcia. He's a youngster who's supposed to be coming into Barcelona next season on a free loan, but he's just not showing enough at Man City. I'm not even sure if we want him still. But that's besides the point. I passed this game, so no loss there. The next game was West Ham versus Wolves. This was a surprise. I did lose this one. I had Wolves at money line and Wolves under 4.5 for more value. And yeah, Wolves lost 4-0. What a surprise. I think Wolves, I don't know what's going on with Wolves. I think they have to step it up this next match and return to winning ways. Next game was Fulham versus Aston Villa. Another game I stayed away from. because I didn't know which way it was going to go. I mean, I should have gone for Aston Villa because they have that Premier League experience for these last couple seasons, and Fulham are just coming up and they're just looking horrible. They're looking like they're going to come in dead last with West Brom right behind them. I mean, right above them. But, I mean, West Brom at least put in a fight against Chelsea today, and Fulham just aren't doing that. So Villa beat them 4-0 today, and I passed that game. So, again, not a loss. And then the last game was Liverpool versus Arsenal. Bet came in easily within the first 30 minutes. Both teams are scoring over 2.5 at negative 105 was a complete steal. Liverpool are just looking unstoppable. I know I keep saying I don't think they're going to come in first or second this season, and they just keep shutting me up. But, I mean, I was watching them. What a debut goal from Diogo Jota. I mean, what a banger. I mean, it was just a volley from right at the edge of the box. And Liverpool never, even at 2-1, and there was like 5 minutes left, they didn't go back to defense not once. They kept trying to attack, and they didn't settle for less, which is a mentality that I love in teams. And I can't wait to see Liverpool games. So next week, this upcoming weeks, let's get started. The first game is Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. Chelsea at negative 245, draw at plus 375, and Crystal Palace at plus 600. Over and unders at 3 goals. Overs at plus 105. Unders at negative 125. I think Chelsea are going to come back to winning ways. They have to come back to winning games. Winning ways. I think this is going to be a tough game because Crystal Palace, man, they're a surprise so far. They're putting goals away. They're scoring goals in every single one of their games. So I don't see Chelsea. And with Chelsea's back line right now, I don't know if Chilwell's going to come into this starting lineup. I think he will be a big part of Chelsea coming back to winning ways. We need Pulisic back. I mean, we need that firepower up top and Ziyech. But I still think Chelsea are going to edge the win. I think this is going to be like a 2-1 game. So I think Chelsea can over 1.5 goals at negative 150 is not the best value, but I think if you stick them in a parlay, I think Chelsea are going to come out with the win, and I think they're going to score at least 2 goals. If you don't, or just going Chelsea total of 2 goals at negative 125 is a good bet. I think they're going to, Chelsea score goals. I think they're going to score at least 2 goals. So if they just score 2, you walk away with the draw. If they score 3, then you come away with the win. So I think that's a good bet. Or if you want to stay away from the winners, again, I said I think there's going to be like a 2-1 game, maybe 3-1. I see, or last season they went like 3-2. So I think both teams are scoring over 2.5 goals at negative 125 is a great bet too. If you want to stay away from the winners market, I think Chelsea come back to winning ways, and this is going to be over 2.5 goals in this game. Next game, we got Everton versus Brighton. Everton at negative 145, draw at plus 265. Brighton at plus 400, over and unders at 2.5. Overs at negative 115, and unders at negative 105. I see both teams to score here. I think that's the best bet at negative 125. I don't think Everton are going to win 4 in a row in the Premier League. That's very difficult to do, especially for a team just like Everton. So I think just going both teams to score at negative 125 is a great bet. Or just going Brighton and double chance at plus 110. I mean, you saw the performance they did against Man United. I think they were robbed that game. I think they should have came away with at least 1 point. So I think they're going to feel hard done by, and they're going to come back strong versus Everton. And I think both teams are going to get on the score sheet. So if you want to take a little more risk and go with Brighton double chance at plus 110, I think that's a great bet. Let's move on. Next game, we got Leeds United versus Man City. Leeds at plus 750, draw at plus 450, and Man City at negative 315. Over-unders at 3.5 goals. Overs at negative 105. Unders at negative 115. I mean, I don't know. I think this can be a weird one because look at the form Man City are in. Obviously, they're heavily favored to win, but look at the performance Leeds put in against Liverpool, who are a much better team than Man City defensively and attacking, and they came out with a 4-3 loss. But I mean, I think they could easily came away with the point against Liverpool. So I mean, I think the best way to go is stay away from the winners market and just go both teams scoring over 2.5 at negative 105, almost at evens. I think that's a great bet. Or you can go if you want to take that risk. I mean, you know, I did write down here Man City to win and both teams to score for plus 150. But you know what? Scratch that, because I do not trust Man City at all. I mean, if you think Man City are going to win, if you believe that and Man City are going to win, they're not going to keep a clean sheet. So I recommend Man City to win and both teams to score with great value. But I'm going to stay away from the winner's mark and just go both teams to score and over 2.5 at negative 105. Next game, we got Newcastle versus Burnley. Newcastle's at plus 150. Draw is at plus 205. And Burnley's at plus 205 as well. Over and unders at 2 and 2.5. Overs at plus 105. Unders at minus 125. This is one of those games where I'm going to pass. I think this is going to be a boring match. I think this is going to be one of these teams is going to edge it 1-0. That's what my score prediction, but I don't know which way it's going to go. So, or I can even see maybe a 1-1 draw. So I think it's going to be a very boring game, and I'm just going to pass this game. I have nothing else to say about it. Both teams are coming off of excuse me, I didn't even see. Newcastle came off of that late draw versus Tottenham, and then Burnley came off a loss versus Southampton. So I think, yeah, this is going to be a boring game. Both teams are lacking goals, so I'm going to stay away from that game. Let's move on. Next game, we got Leicester City versus West Ham. Leicester City's at negative 155. Draws at plus 310. And West Ham's at plus 385. Over and unders at 2.5 and 3 goals. Overs at negative 125. Under is at even. I see both teams scoring over 2.5 goals here at plus 115. I think that's a great bet. Leicester City just put 5 against Man City. And then West Ham opened up. I mean, West Ham like to attack. They just scored 4. So both these teams together, in the goals they scored 9 goals together. So they both have to score, and there's going to be a winner. I think Leicester City might get this win, or I can see this be. If Leicester City don't get this win, I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. So it's either going to be Leicester win or 2-2 draw. So I'm going to go with both teams scoring over 2.5 at plus money. I think that's a great bet, plus 115. Or if you want to take a winner's market, again, I think Leicester are going to win. Leicester and over 2.5 at plus 145 is also a good bet. But I think just going both teams scoring over 2.5 at also plus money, I think you should take that one. Stay away from the winner's market. Next game, we got Southampton versus West Brom. Southampton at negative 140, draw at plus 290, and West Brom at plus 370, I believe. Over and under is at 2.5, over is at negative 120, under is at evens. This is another game I'm going to pass. I don't know what I'm going to get from either of these teams. Southampton just edged it versus Burnley. West Brom, I think, are going to come off of they're coming in with a good motivation after drawing versus Chelsea. However, I think they're also gonna lack some confidence because they did lose. They had all 3 points in the bag, and then they Chelsea just stepped it up second half, and they got robbed 2 points. So again, I don't know what I'm gonna get between these two teams, so I'm just gonna stay away from it. I'm gonna pass. Next game, we got Arsenal versus Sheffield United. Arsenal at negative 180, draw at plus 305, and Sheffield at plus 525. Over and unders at 2.5 goals. Overs at plus 105. And then unders at evens. Right? No, unders at negative 125. Okay, I see nothing. I mean, I want to go Arsenal on under 4.5 goals. Sheffield, keep it tight. At negative 120, but that's just a lean. I might not even do it. I think I'm just going to go with the pass here because I'm trying to get the value from Arsenal, but I can see them they lost today against Liverpool, a good Liverpool side. So I'm not sure I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to get with this Arsenal side. I mean, I don't know if they're going to bounce back after losing against Liverpool today. So I'm just going to pass this game. There is a lean for Arsenal on under 4.5 at negative 120, but that's just a lean for now. We have Wolves at negative 195, Fulham at plus 600, and draw at plus 300. Over and under is at 2.5 goals. Over is at negative 120. Under is at 105, negative 105. I obviously think Wolves are going to come back to winning ways. It's against Fulham. They haven't won a single game. And I just think if you want to get value, I think Wolves in under 4.5 goals at, let's see, at negative 130, I think that's a good bet. Again, these odds can change because all of the bets on Bovada for this match are crossed out for some reason. But yeah, let's move on. Next game, we got Man United versus Tottenham. Man United is at -110. Draw is at +265. Tottenham's at +290. Over and under is at 2.5 goals. Over is at -120. Under is at even. I think, again, after everything I said about Tottenham, I got to see when Bale's going to come in. He might debut versus Man United. I think that would be a great game for him to make his debut. I think Tottenham double chance at -115 is a great bet. And that's not going off of what Tottenham's doing. That's going off of what Man United are doing. Again, they got lucky versus Brighton. I don't think they should have won that game. So, Tottenham double chance at -115, I think is a great bet. Yeah, I can see this ending in a draw. And if there was a winner, I'm gonna lean versus Tottenham. I think Tottenham have a better record recently versus with Mourinho. I mean, a lot of people don't give Mourinho enough credit because he has a pretty good winning record. So double chance at -115, I think that's a great valued bet. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Hopefully Bale makes his debut. And then last game, we got Aston Villa versus Liverpool. Aston Villa at +850, draw at +425, and Liverpool at -315. Now that I just think about it, I think, yeah, mistaken. Sorry about that. Over and under is at 3 goals. Over is at -110. Under is at -110. I think I see nothing but Liverpool win here from what they showed me against Arsenal. I think they're going to put Aston Villa away. I think Liverpool and over 2.5 goals at -115, I think is a great bet. I think Liverpool can score 3 on their own. I would also say maybe keep a clean sheet as well, because I think with the amount of pressure that Liverpool puts on their teams, there's just no chance. They have to worry so much about defending. And Liverpool against Arsenal, they were fighting for the ball. Every time they lost the ball, they were going right back at them and just trying to win the ball at Arsenal's half. And I think Aston Villa are going to have too much on their hands, and they might not even have time to score. Have a lot of chances to score. So if they don't put their few chances away, I think Liverpool are going to steamroll over them. At least 3 goals by Liverpool. So I'm going 3-0 win for Liverpool. Maybe 3-1, but I can see Liverpool scoring 3. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed it, and tell me what you guys think. What do you think are good value bets, and what do you guys predict the scores are going to be? But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.